Okay everyone, we're going to be doing an op art line drawing for the next couple days. As you can see, there's lots of different uses for lines within a drawing, depending where you put them and how you place them, and even how you bend the lines, how close or far apart they are. You can really start to make the illusion of things bulging out in this particular drawing. So I'm going to show you how to lay it out and how to even do some colored pencil techniques within this particular demo. So to start with, you need to have your paper, and you're going to draw a line that's going across from one end to the other end. You can do it vertical or landscape. Sorry about that. Try to make it curved as well. This kind of helps with just the variation. Then you're just going to start making some vertical lines. Also try to curve them and vary how close they are as you keep going down your paper. The areas that are closer will appear that they're going in. The areas that are farther apart will look like they're bulging out. This will have some effect to some extent, but coloring will really enhance that effect that you're looking for with the bulginess. I just decided to go the other side for now, just to kind of vary it so I didn't have everything curving in the same direction, so that way they just kind of meet. If you've noticed in the other drawing that I showed before, they did have some that just kind of abruptly ended. They don't all have to go from top to bottom of the page. They could run into each other. Just shading is going to make a big difference here with your use of value. Now the reason there's the middle line is it's going to give you a guide of where to make your curved lines. Now anything that's above the line you're going to curve upwards. Anything that's below you're going to curve downwards. Again, this is going to help with your lines. Now if they're further apart, especially in those wider areas, they're going to give that illusion that it's more bulgy. If they're closer together, they're going to look like they're really close and kind of going back into space. Now you don't necessarily have to have them meet at each line. It's probably better not to do that. So varying where these horizontal lines actually meet. Some might touch, some might not. Probably give a better effect. So again, curving upwards as I'm above that middle line, curving down if I'm underneath. Alright, so the biggest thing for making these look like they're bulging is with the value. So I'm just going to lay down some white. Yes, I know white colored pencil seems kind of silly, but trust me, it's a really great tool. You can use it for blending. It also kind of helps reserve some of your highlights. So just laying some of that. Then I'm going to go in with my yellow, so it's going to blend from my lightest color, obviously my white, into my yellow. Now I do vary the pressure as I'm doing this. You don't want to go super light over the whole thing, but I do go a little bit lighter when I'm closer to that white, especially if I go right over it, because I want it to blend. If I push too hard, it's just going to overpower the white, and it's not really going to do anything. I'm going to go with my orange, so kind of think of my rainbow. I'm sticking to warm colors here. So it's going to lead into the red when I do it. Now notice I don't do like super solid lines. I let them kind of blend into the yellow a little bit, so there's more of a nice gradual change within my value and my colors. Nice and solid towards the edge, and I'll spread it apart a little bit. Try to have the lines too in your shading go with the curve of this particular area you're working in. So that's going to make a big difference. If I have them going straight across, that's going to kind of mess up the illusion of that bend. Okay, now I'm going in with my red, so this is going to be my deeper tone. So nice and harsh along the outside, kind of lightening up with the pressure as I go over the orange, just so it has more of a natural blend. Now the pencil lines I have on this particular page are pretty dark. When you're doing it, you might want to make them lighter. So you can always make those areas darker if you want to later versus trying to fight them. Some of the other examples will use black for that, but you don't necessarily have to do that. If you really like color theory and you know it, you could actually use complementary colors to dull areas as well to give the illusion of a shadow. You don't always have to use black, but if you don't know color theory, then don't worry about it so much. Maybe just use black, or just, in this case I was using red as my darker color compared to my yellow and my orange. Now I do like going back over with my white to kind of bring out some highlights. And I decided that I was just going to go every other. I was going to do orange, so kind of some warm colors and then some cool colors, and I'd go every other. Have fun. Good luck.